Welcome back to the Chronicles of Creatures. Thanksgiving, a time for family, gratitude, and ghostly encounters. Our story begins on a cold November evening in 1982. The Smiths, a tight-knit family, had gathered in their old ancestral home, a grand yet decaying mansion in the English countryside. It was a tradition, you see, to celebrate Thanksgiving in the house their ancestors had built centuries ago. That night, as the family sat around the dinner table, a chill swept through the room. The candles flickered, casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, the temperature dropped drastically. Aunt Margaret, a woman of firm nerves, felt a cold hand on her shoulder. She gasped, her face turning ashen. No one else saw anything. But the room grew silent, a heavy, oppressive silence that seemed to suffocate the very air. Grandfather, the eldest of the family, broke the silence. He spoke of an old legend, a tale passed down from generation to generation. "The phantom of the feast," he whispered, his voice trembling. According to the legend, centuries ago, a servant girl had fallen in love with the young master of the house. But their love was forbidden. On one fateful Thanksgiving night, she was found dead in the attic, her spirit forever bound to the mansion. As grandfather finished his tale, the lights began to flicker, and a soft, mournful wailing echoed through the halls. The family, paralyzed with fear, watched as a ghostly figure materialized at the end of the hallway. It was a young woman, her eyes filled with sorrow, her form translucent and ethereal. She drifted closer, her gaze fixed on grandfather. In a voice barely above a whisper, she spoke. "Why did you betray me?" The words hung in the air, heavy with centuries of pain and longing. Grandfather, his face pale and drawn, stood up, reaching out a trembling hand. "Elizabeth," he murmured, tears streaming down his face. "Forgive us." With those words, the spirit seemed to soften. She floated towards the attic, the place of her untimely demise. The family followed, their footsteps echoing in the stillness. In the attic, they found an old, dust-covered chest. Inside, they discovered love letters, written in a delicate hand, recounting the forbidden romance. As they read the letters aloud, the spirit of Elizabeth appeared once more. "Thank you," she whispered, her form dissolving into a mist. The chill in the air lifted, replaced by a warm, comforting presence. The Smiths, forever changed by this haunting encounter, vowed to honor Elizabeth's memory every Thanksgiving. So, dear listeners, remember, sometimes the past can reach out from the shadows, seeking closure. And on this Thanksgiving, perhaps you'll feel a chill, a whisper in the air, reminding you that some spirits never truly rest. Until next time, stay vigilant and keep your hearts open to the unknown. Happy Thanksgiving.